AMD Ryzen 9 7950X boosts to 5.85 GHz only if you can keep it under 50 degrees Celsius. AMD's upcoming Ryzen 9 7950X 16-core processor can boost at speeds of up to 5.85 GHz, even though its maximum boost frequency in the specs is 5.70 GHz. The processor needs temperatures below 50 degrees Celsius to boost up to 5.85 GHz. Above these temperatures, it will only boost up to the 5.70 GHz on the tin. There are 4 frequencies to keep in mind about the 7950X. First is the base frequency, of 4.50 GHz. Next up, is the all-core boost frequency, of 5.10 GHz. This is the frequency at which the processor can run all 16 of its cores, provided it stays away from the 95 degrees Celsius temperature throttle. 5.70 GHz is the maximum boost frequency you'll get on some of the cores if the temperature is maintained between 50 to 95 degrees Celsius. If you're able to keep temperature below 50 degrees Celsius, the processor can boost up to 5.85 GHz. AMD refers to 5.85 GHz as the peak clock. To be able to hit peak clocks, you should ideally need some serious cooling, such as a 360mm DIY liquid cooling setup, or a 420mm AIOCLC. However, in some circumstances, such as the system starting up from a cold boot in a room with low ambient temperatures, the processor should hit peak clocks as it's approaching the 50 degrees Celsius mark. AMD is making no pretenses that the 7950X is a high-powered chip. Its TDP is rated at 170W, and its PPT, package power tracking, limit at 230W. By setting the TDP at 170W from the get-go, AMD is hinting that one can forget about aftermarket tower-type air cooling, and head straight to AIO liquid cooling.